Hello friends. So in this video, we will discuss about how to load a table data to a grid view in C Sharp Windows application. Okay. So we have one table customer and I have added some query also, some insert query also. So in this table will contains ID, first name, last name, phone and email. Okay. The first name that is Sachin, last name is Tendulkar. Okay. So like that, some values. So we want to load all this data and the heading is like that first space name. Okay. It is not exactly same as that column. Okay. First space name, last space name, like that. So how we can achieve this using DataGridView. So open Visual Studio 2022 and create your project, Windows formats, C Sharp, next, Windows app, that GridView, then next, create project. So form is loaded now. Just arrange this. First, we need one data grid view. And this name we can change it to DGV. And go to code. First, we have one table customer. Okay. So I have inserted some data to this table. So select star from customer means it is contains ID and first name, last name, phone, and email. So we want to bind this data to that data grid. Okay. First we can use SQL data client. So go to package manager, browse, SQL, Microsoft Data.SQL client, and install. Apply, I accept. Go to the code, string str connection is equal to, go to view, server explorer, add connection, copy server name, encrypt optional, trust server certificate true, recoding DB, advanced collection, copy this constant string and paste it. Next, we need to use SQL connection. SQL connection con is equal to, you can just declare this SQL connection. Okay. Now we can create one function, private void load customer. Here we can put one try catch, exception, that is ex. Then we can open, and we can use message box to show the error. Okay, to show ex dot message. Then here we can use using von is equal to new SQL connection. Here we can pass the connection string, right? Con str co. Then connection dot open. Then SQL data adapter SDA is equal to new SQL dot data adapter, right? We can use one query here, string SQL query is equal to select. We can just display all things, select the start from customer. Then we can use SQL query here, con, then data table, DT is equal to new data table, and SDA dot fill, we can tell DT. These things we know, right? Then DGV dot data source equal to DT. Okay. Now we can call this method in the form load, then it will load all data, right? So we need to go here in forms, properties, load event is there, click on that. Here we can call that load customer. Then we will run this. Now data is loading now, right? So here it is showing ID, first name, last name, phone, and email. Okay. So exactly the same data is coming. Okay. Now I want ID, first name, and last name only. Okay. Not ID, first name, last name, phone. So how we can do in grid? Here we can tell, right? First name, last name, mm, phone. We'll run this. See, we are getting that values only. Okay. Now I want the column like first space name, last space name, and font like that. So how we can do? So first name we can tell as in through query we can tell like first hyphen name, and last name we can tell as last hyphen space name. Now we will run, we will get incorrect syntax because here we are using some space, right? So this query will not work. So that time we need to use like this. In SQL also we need to use like that queries, right? So here we can use like this. Then we will run this. See, first space name, last space name, and so and so. Okay. So ID we can tell like as custody. We'll run this. Now we'll get custody. So that ID we don't want. We want that in the grid, but don't want for in display. So we can tell like dgv dot comes. So first is this Surat, right? Surat one. We can tell here index, and also we can tell column name also. Dot visible equal to false. But here we can tell. Now we will run the ID will not visible here. Okay. So this way we can do. In the another way, we can design through. We can change it. We can add this through design also. Okay. Go to the grid view properties, and in columns we can add columns. That is just ID and a column header. That is ID only. Here we can tell visible or not. Okay. That we can add. And the next we want first name. So here we can tell first space name. Then column name is no, this one. Name is first name. Header text we can tell space. First name, last name, last space name. Okay. Add this, close, and okay. So now you can see here we are getting ID, first name, and last name. Okay. Okay. ID and first name and last name from customer. Okay, we are commenting this. Now we will run this. Okay. Now it is loading like ID and first name, last name. Okay, extra columns now coming, right? ID, first name, and last name. We can tell DGV dot auto generated columns equal to false. So go to GridView, columns collection, select ID and data property, that is ID and first name, name equal to first name, and data name, data property name, that is first name, and the last name, that also last name. Then click OK. Then we will run this. See, the data is valid. Okay. If you like this type of content, then please subscribe. Thanks for watching.